Hello and welcome to this updated knife review video. I started the channel at the very end of November of 2012. This is one of my first videos of this knife. I'll just call it Böker because I normally call it Böker, but that can rub some people up the wrong way. From now on, I'll just call it Böker in the reviews. So this knife, it's a Cox model of knife. It's called the CDC 2012 Haynes knife. Let's have a little look. Comes in this little bag to keep it safe. It's a really nice quality material. So since 2012, things have moved on. Believe I've got better at making videos, editing, all the rest of it. Also, the quality of the videos has improved. I used to shoot them in low light conditions with a point and shoot camera that did 720p at best. Now 1080p with a dedicated video camera. I just felt that it's right, refresh and renew, update all of those older videos. That includes the watch videos as well and the flashlight videos. Release schedule wise, it may not be one video every week. I will aim to try and do that, but obviously there are some newer knife review videos that I'm happier with. I'm also going to change my thumbnails. You'll see that as and when it happens. So back into the review. It comes with this nice little pouch, just keeps it protected. You can also use it to polish the blade. I really like the black and the red lanyard in the Haynes coloration. Straight away, we'll talk about some specifications. So the overall length of this knife, open of course, is 6.25 inches, or 15.8 centimeters. The blade length is 2.6 inches, or 6.6 centimeters. The cutting length is 2.5 inches or 6.3 centimeters, and the weight is 3 ounces or 85 grams. It will set you back about £125 when it first came out. You can still pick up the Cox version of the Böker knife for £130 if you're still interested in the style of this knife, and it still has the Carter finished scale along with titanium, with a titanium clip. And the steel is still the same as this limited version, which is the N690 BO steel. So the handle scale is on this model, the red micarta scale, a little bit like G10. It's got a lovely finish, very smooth and flush with the blade. It's a non-locking knife, so you can carry it legally here without a good reason in the UK. It's very simple kind of design. It's got a nail nick for opening. I suppose if you're left-handed, you can still pull the blade out with your right hand. It's non-locking, so it's on a bit of a spring there on the back, and it's got a 90-degree stop, and then it completely deploys. And like I said before, no lock. There's not really much room on the handle. Your pinky will rest on the butt of the handle and your hand will fit snugly there. I've got large hands and it's fine. There's no jimping. They may have thought that would have affected the aesthetics of the knife. Speaking of which, I think it's a very nice, simple, plain looking knife with lovely lines and edges, and I love that taper for the blade as well. I love how it just tapers down. It's a flat grind, very, very sharp. You can see there, manufactured in Germany, and it's 91 of 100. It's got 3 screws that connect both the scales together, and it's got torque screw pins there, so you can change the pocket clip. Knife can be tip up or tip down. It's only one way, tip up, tip down though. So ergonomics, it's quite comfortable, no jimping. You've really got to be careful not to put any kind of force on the spine of the blade. It's probably best just to rest your thumb there when you're cutting, but it's a non-locking knife, so you're not really going to be tasking this out too much. If you're cutting open boxes or letters or whatever every day, this will be up to the task, and because of that blade steel, it's going to last a long time between sharpenings. And like N690, it's very, very corrosion resistant. The edge would rather roll rather than chip, and it's pretty easy to sharpen too. Quite a high end steel. The lanyard, it's pretty useful I suppose, just to pull this blade out of your pocket, and it's quite a stiff spring. This was one of my first knives that was plus £100 for me, about $200 or so, and it really got me. This was the start. This really got me into collecting knives. I tried this with this blade steel and it opened up a whole new world for me, and this is one of the knives that got me interested in knives and motivated to collect them, interested in blade steels and all the rest of it. I always like to do a little bit of a size comparison, so bit of a change. I'm not going to give you a size comparison to the UKPK because a new knife has taken up that role, and that is the Spyderco Urban. So if you haven't already, definitely worth upgrading your UKPK to an Urban. It's still a UK legal carry knife. I think it's about a 60-degree stop rather than the usual 90, but again it's quite a stiff spring. It's got the jimping, it's comfortable, the N690 blade steel, just as ergonomic as the UKPK, and it's definitely a worthy upgrade. I will be comparing this Urban to future knives. So as you can see, it runs at almost the same size as an Urban. The difference here being the blade steel. You've got N690 BO and N690 CO. If you're not even aware of the steel, it's taken from the mountains in Austria. Very good worker kind of steel, very sharp, easy to sharpen, and the edge just holds really well. Great corrosion resistance as well. And that's really the end of my review. It's a lovely, lovely knife, lovely collector's piece. You can still get Koch's version of this knife, which is exactly the same, minus the colours, and I think the blade is a lovely stonewash. If you're new to knives and you've never heard of Böker before, obviously they're German. Really love carrying this. Its weight, 3 ounces, 85 grams, is nothing really. If you need my opinion on the weight, always try and carry something sub 100 grams, but again, that's personal choice. So there you have it. That's my new and improved review video of the Böker CDC Haynes knife. I hope you've enjoyed it. If you've got any preferences, I'm always on the lookout for new knives to review. Please put it down in the comments. Thank you for watching. Take care.